In this video, we're going to go over what you get when you buy the Axiel Scx24 Deadbolt. What comes in the box, what you get with the initial purchase. Kind of menial, but you get this cool little sticker. You do get a little Allen key to work on it. I wouldn't recommend keeping that, or keep it, but upgrade to a better tool. You get a bag of extra parts. Extra being, you've got a body clip in there. You got a drive shaft that you can cut down for anything you need, and you've got some links in here. These are longer than what's stock in it, so you can do a wheelbase extension on it. It does come with batteries for your controller. Your controller is an AX4 2.4 gigahertz transmitter with 2 channels on it. You get a battery charger. This is a standard battery charger that comes with pretty much all of them. Most of the reviews I see on it are not very good. I have not had any problem with it personally, but I do recommend upgrading because it is a entry-level charger just to go have fun with the truck. The actual Deadbolt right here does come with the battery. The battery is mounted in the truck. We'll go over that later in a minute. You get this little guide to the connectors. Don't really find that very helpful or interesting, but you get a manual for the truck. It does have some good information in it. For example, it does tell you that this is not a submersible truck. This is not a waterproof truck. It is a water resistant truck. There is a difference. The mechanical gearing in it, if you get it wet, needs to have some maintenance. And it does go over the maintenance in the manual for that. That way you can get that right and get the truck back to operating condition. But it does claim that the electronics are waterproof. I wouldn't put that to the test, but that's just me. It does come in this handy dandy box here. A little bit of stuff on it, like you see. This one was 125. It does give us some stats on the truck. Our length of the truck is 7.8 inches. Our width of the truck is 3.9 inches. Our height of the truck is 4.3 inches. Wheelbase of 5.2. Ground clearance of 0.7. And a weight of 0.5 pounds. So according to that, this is a pretty capable truck. What you are going to get in addition to that is these little LED lights that are mounted down here. Those actually work. These lights do not work. Those are for show, and you can upgrade those to other lights later, if you so choose. Let's see. It does have metal worm gears in there, which are right in there. If you're not understanding what those are the gears that make it go, help it go forward, make it. And it's an all-wheel drive truck. Not really. It's 4-wheel drive, but all the wheels turn at the same time. So I call it an all-wheel drive truck, even though it does say 4-wheel drive. You do have the coil-over shocks with springs on all 4 corners. The axles inside are dog bone axles, so you might want to upgrade those to a little smoother axle. They're not bad. They're just they bind up sometimes. Let's see here. Your housings they're going to be nice molded plastic. Your steering right here, if we look at our steering, that's kind of loose. So that's kind of a downfall to it right there. Kind of loose steering. You do, like I said, that tells about the extra parts, which are right there. You do have a choice of 2 different colors. This one's green, and it does come in red. But we'll start with radio. Radio is nice in your hand. It's nice, good size. It's not too tiny. It's not too big. It does come with a foam on the steering control, which makes it so the thumb sticks really good. I like it. Nice, cool throttle right there. If you open this up, you see all your controls over here. Okay, so our normal, there's your power on and off. If it's not bound, which it should be bound, there's a bind button right there. Steering trim. So if you want it, if it's not pointed completely straight, you can correct that. You've got your throttle trim knob. You got a low, medium, and high, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be in low mode or medium mode or high mode. That's the trim on this stick right here. If you put it in low, you can pull it all the way back, but it's not giving it all the power. Medium gives it a little bit more power, and high is the full extent of the stick. So depending on how skilled you are or how much of the stick you really want to work with, those are the controls for that. We do have a channel 3 on the radio, which some folks hook up extra LED lights or rear steer, stuff like that. You do have a normal and reverse channel up here, channel 1, normal and reverse for the steering, so you can put it in reverse steering if you like, which means basically if you turn it left, it'll go right, turn it right, it'll go left. I have never used it like that, so I don't know why you would do that, but and then this last one here is your steering dual rate. So you can adjust that to make it force itself to one side a little further or not. But you're also going to come up against your servo on that too, so it depends on how well your servo is. But that's our radio. Here's our Deadbolt. All in all, it's a nice looking truck. Small angles here. Got a nice little driver in here. He's kind of hanging out. Now this one I did clip. There was an extra piece right here. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see that in the picture. Let's get a picture. Nope, 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 nope. You might be. No, I don't have a picture of it. But I did. I clipped there. The cage actually came out here and went down, so I clipped it to make it look better. And over the lights, you can see the light bar right there. I clipped that off. I think it makes it look a little bit more scale. I did that because that's my personal preference. You don't have to do that. It does come with licensed wheels and tires. You get the Terra Grappler tires on it. Nice treads there. Okay. Alright, open this up. Now, this body, it mounts back here, so you don't have to take it completely off. 2 clips, folds up. I tighten this one up because it kind of flopped down. But if you so choose, right back here, you can tighten up those screws, one on each side, and it'll actually tighten that body up and hold it up together. But there's our electronics. We got our battery. Like I said, I already mounted in the truck. This will plug straight into that. This is your charge point, so it doesn't even have to come out of the truck to be charged. Got your ECS right here. All of your channels right there, already plugged in, minus the battery. Got our servo down in there. We got our motor right here. That's that 88 turn motor. The truck does come with 4-link rear end. Now, if you don't understand what that means, basically it has 4 points that it attaches to. One arm here, one arm here, and then underneath, one arm there, one arm there. Okay, so you have 4-link. On the front end, we have a 3-link. Now, if you can see it down here, 3-link, there's a Y-link under there. That's why it's a 3-link instead of a 4-link. A little different from the back end. But now, then we take a look closer at the truck. It does pop a little bit. It is a little bouncy. It is a little top heavy, just a little, and it's kind of thin. I mean, it's not really wide, but for the numbers, it should do very well. So how it's presented here, we do have our little driver in here. We do have a light bar. Our roll cage looks pretty decent. The truck, you know, the green one, it has, I like the green because it's, you know, kind of a subdued type thing. The wheels and tires look nice on it. It does have a nice presentable package on here. All in all, I would say it's pretty decent for the stock truck. Is it worth the money that you have to put out for this truck? Personally, I think that out of the box, this truck is fairly capable. It is able to do stuff. It'll do your basic crawls, your nice, easy, you know, respectable stuff. Which, for a stock truck, it's going to be more capable than a few of the other ones. But what the money is, you're going to get a nice, fun truck that's very capable that you're going to have fun with for quite a while. You're not going to have to upgrade it unless you want to do that thing, or if you want to go to, you know, compete with it. It'll be good for a while. But 2 stock tires. And how you check articulation. You want the other 3 tires touching, which this one's just barely touching, so that's right at its max limit. So when you check the articulation, you put something under it, which I'm using stock size tires off of my other one. But so it's 2 tires high, and we're good. So I'll show you what goes on if we put 3. Now 3, we got 2 tires on the ground, 1 tire not. That's not considered full articulation because, yeah, it lifts the truck up and yeah, it can sit on it, but we want tires on the ground, traction and control. Okay. So as you can tell, we are up. Now if we come down here and see how close we are to the end, we're just a hair close to bottoming out. So that's pretty good. Maybe here on the, yeah, right out there on the end of that tire, we are bottomed out on that shock. So let's now try the back end. Back end should be about the same. Oh yeah. Well, back end, it appears that we cannot get 2 tires. So the back end is not as flexible as the front end. Well, so good points. It does look good. It is a nice looking truck. It is pretty decent out of the box. It does come with these little LED lights, stuff like that. You do have a decent radio. It does come with everything you need. You know, include it, little extra parts, a little wrench to work on it with. Downside, for me, the downside is it could have been a little bit better with these shocks. It is a bit. I mean, they're not oil filled or anything like that. They could have done something like that or whatnot. And obviously, I didn't like that, but that's a personal thing. That's, you know, that was one of my personal, I didn't care for type things. But other than that, it's a fairly decent truck, and I don't have all that many downfalls to it, other than what I've already discussed. It's enjoyable, it's fun to drive, and that's what you get. So I believe this particular model is worth getting, especially if you want an entry level, something that's capable of going out and doing some crawling with your buddies. This is the more capable truck of the line, I believe. We'll put it through the, well, I'll give you a demonstration of what this is capable of. I've designed a confidence course. I call it a confidence course. I designed a confidence course around the capabilities of this truck to give it a challenge but not be too challenging that it can't be done. If you know what you're doing and you actually drive the truck, it will make it through. And then after that, what we will do is I will show you what it takes to destroy that course, meaning in something like that. That makes that course look like it's a mall parking lot. So that's coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, this is a very capable rig. I think it is worth the money. Not the greatest looking one, not the worst looking one, but more capable than I think some of the others are. And that's my take on this truck. Not too many bad things, a lot of good things. Alright, completely stock Deadbolt. Everything that you get right out of the box. See how it's good. Do you notice how nice and bouncy it is? Oh, can you see it? Don't want to flip over. Got up top. A little bit of throttle control and steering wheel. That's okay. And down we go. We're a bit top on front. Well, we are top, but it's got a little bit of weight to the front. Yep. One more time. 3 times. That way, you know, if it's the truck or me. So, one more time. A little throttle control. A little bit into it. A little bit into it. We're sliding. No, okay, we got that. So that was more me on the throttle control than it was the truck. That's why I try to do it 3 times if I fail. That way you can tell if it's driver error or the actual vehicle. And I am not the A1 driver of these. This is only my second truck. Let's go this way. So still nice and bouncy. Doesn't like to be planted. Get it lined up. Good. That thing's trying to come up, but it's nice and easy and good. I'm gonna call that revenue because that was not on the line. And there's that top end of the sim play right there. Let's try it. Little top end. One more try. So let's try 3 times. So